Let me show you this little video right here, because this kind of depicts a little bit about what's going on with the CFPB and how helter-skelter they are. That goes on for a while. But that's sometimes the way the CFPB is looked at. It's kind of like Clint Eastwood, you know, they come in guns blazing, they don't know what they're doing. The brand new organization, I'll show you some statistics on how they've grown right at the end of the class. Originally their emphasis was towards the lender, like I said at the beginning, trying to clean up all the loan fraud, all the ways that lenders were taking advantage of the clients. And before CFPB came in, the HUD, Department of HUD, was the one that was responsible, along with the FTC, which they were doing nothing. The closest office of the FTC to Utah is Denver. And if you had a really multi-million-dollar, really big problem, they might take a look at it, but otherwise you file a complaint with the FTC and nothing happened. It didn't ever go anywhere. Well, now, with this Dodd-Frank and the Consumer Protection Acts in 2010, now we have the CFPB. And what's happened is they've kind of made everybody come alive, and everybody's turning up the heat, and so everybody's become more active, including the U.S. Attorney's Office and the Attorney General's Office and the National Attorney General's Office, and so everybody is now going after things, and they are getting tough on not just the lenders, but they're going after everybody in the industry. Realtors, title companies, appraisers, attorneys, and servicers. But you guys have never heard of them. So I'm probably sitting back there, I don't have to worry about this, it's no big deal. Well, let me tell you, that's not true. Let's talk about a few instances. Because they're coming down hard on RESPA, fair housing, taking the disclosures to a greater level, as we've already talked about, expanded the definitions of discrimination, and the fines are much tougher than they ever have been before. So let's talk about a few instances, okay? I'm only going to highlight, I think, 5 here. And the reason I picked these 5 is these are ones that have just happened in the last 12 months. All right, the first one has to do with kickbacks and compensation. I pulled this off the internet. The date of it is February 26, 2014, but just barely a year old. And this is about a real estate company called Long & Foster. I think they're out of Pennsylvania. But what they were doing is RESPA violations. And what they had is they had an MSA, a marketing service agreement, which they were taking all of their business to a specific title company. And they were sharing fees. Now that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not illegal as long as that MSA discloses it and everybody is aware of it. Well, they had an MSA, had it in place. CFPB came in and said, no, it's not right. You aren't doing it correctly. And so they were fined over $11 million because they weren't using the form correctly. Okay, I don't know what companies all of you are with, but this is just a regular little real estate company. How would your company survive with an $11 million fine levied against it? You got a question?
What type of fees were they sharing?
Title company fees, fees for title policies. They're splitting the fees. I bring this to you.
Was it legal?
It can be if it's disclosed.
I've never heard that before.
Can.
I miss so much money. Because I have so many good friends.
We'll talk about a couple of other instances where you want to do that too. But that's a little real estate.
I'm trying to understand, like, how was that benefiting the real estate company? I mean, they were splitting fees.
Yeah. So your title policy might be $1,000. Okay. Well, the title company keeps 900 of it. 500, or I mean, 100 of it comes back to Long & Foster for referring the business to them.
How do you mean like profits? I mean, they were just
Yes. Yeah. They're taking the overall income and dividing it.
Okay.
Okay. So let's talk about another, affiliate relationships.